Well, today we're going to learn all about asphalt driveways, how to maintain them, how to repair them, and how to replace them. With me is Clint Brown. He is with 1-800-ASPHALT. Clint, let's talk a little bit about asphalt driveways. Number one, how long does a good asphalt driveway last?
Well, Gary, a properly installed asphalt driveway can be expected to last 12 to 15 years, but that can range, and at times, if it's really taken care of, it can last upwards of 20 plus years.
Okay. Now, if you have an asphalt driveway as a homeowner, how do you maintain it? How do you take care of it?
The most important part of maintaining an asphalt driveway is not seal coating, which is most people commonly believe. It's filling the cracks. Cracks are going to happen in asphalt and even concrete driveways. Are inevitable in our harsh climate, especially in the winter months.
So keeping the cracks sealed is really key. I guess otherwise erosion is created and then you start having problems?
Water will actually enter the cracks during the winter time and they'll freeze and they'll expand. Okay. And then the small crack will turn into a bigger crack. So if you don't address the crack when it's little, it'll turn into a lot bigger area and a lot more problems.
Now, one of the things you said when we first started talking is you said a well-installed asphalt driveway. There's others?
Absolutely, there is a difference in all contractors. Asphalt is one of the easiest industries to cheat customers in. Very important that you get the material you're paying for.
How much gravel? What's the thickness of the gravel underneath?
Gravel should be 8 inches thick.
8 inches?
8 inches.
Wow.
And a lot of times we don't see that thick, especially on new construction homes.
Sure.
But if you want it to last, the stone base is very important. That's what gives the strength. When you're laying over new gravel, you should have at least 2.5 inches to 3 inches of asphalt.
All right, well, 1-800-ASPHALT, of course, you do new asphalt driveways. You also repair, and that's our project today. We have a driveway. You got any idea about how old this one is?
This driveway is approximately 12, 13 years old. It was built originally when the home was built.
Okay. Now, is this something, when you have an asphalt driveway, we can just put a cap on it?
You know, there are times and situations where putting a new layer of asphalt over top of the existing is perfectly acceptable. Also, there's times where there's failures in the existing asphalt and that could resurface through a new layer of asphalt.
Okay, when we're going to put a cap on asphalt, how thick would that be?
Normally it's laid at 2 inches and compacted to a depth of 1.5 inches.
All right, now here we got some issues here. Tell me a little bit about this. We're not going to put a cap on this because 1-800-ASPHALT is going to do it the right way, right?
The problem we're facing here will actually look, I can literally pull this up by hand. This is the original layer, and it's probably 1.25 inches, 1 3/8 thick. This should have been 2.5 inches to 3 inches thick. And if you look through there, the problem is it's failing because it wasn't enough material installed originally.
Well, as a company, that's going to be really frustrating. I mean, I'm sure you're bidding against people that already know they're going to cheat the consumer on the material, right?
Unfortunately, it's very common. I mean, there are other good contractors that don't cheat customers, but there's a lot to take advantage.
Has this hill got anything to do with maybe the problem we had with this driveway?
You know, part of the problem here was lack of proper drainage. If you actually look, the yard is tilted towards the driveway, and in this area, water was actually pooling and collecting. Even though we're on a slope, that helped encourage the water to penetrate the cracks and create further damage.
In this case, I guess some companies might just go ahead and cap it. You're going to dig all this out. When we pulled that asphalt, obviously there's not enough asphalt. How about the stone? Are you going to put new stone in there?
In this area, we're concerned because of the failure, and we're actually going to dig up this stone base underneath here and install new stone base to make sure that this doesn't repeat and happen in the new layer of asphalt.
Well, Clint, it's nice to know you guys do it right. I can't wait to see what it looks like when we're all done. Wow, I'll tell you what, this looks outstanding. Now, you just replaced just the section of it where they merge. That won't be a problem?
No, absolutely not. We'll actually seal the joints at each end and put tar there so water can't penetrate that crack.
And how long do we have to seal it?
Normally 3 to 5 years is what we recommend. The first seal coat probably within 3 years, but after that, every 3 to 5 years if it's done properly.
Well, it sure looks great. Again, it's 1-800-ASPHALT and your website?
1-800-ASPHALTOhio.com.
Very good, thanks. Love it.